Okay, last time I was on here, I was showing off the self-retractable feature of the new Solo mask from Fisher and Paykel. And I like a nice cradle cushion, don't get me wrong, but if you've been following my channel for very long, you know that I prefer a nasal pillow. So I was excited when they reached out and sent me the brand new, you can get it any day now, nasal pillow version of the self-adjusting Solo mask. So it's the exact same frame. We just now have two choices. We have a pillow and we have a cradle cushion. So a cradle cushion just snuggles your nose at the bottom, whereas the pillow literally goes up your nose, which is great because it opens up your nostrils almost like a breathe right strip. For me, I think it has a little more purchase than the cradle style of mask. So I prefer this because I toss and turn a little bit and it doesn't come dislodged when I wear a pillow. So I've worn both styles of masks, all kinds of varieties of both. So I was interested to see what they would do with their pillow. So one thing about their previous pillow mask I noticed is that these little nose buds would easily like turn inside out, and they seem to have solved that on this version. I don't know if they've reinforced them a little bit. They seem a little thicker around the bottom, and maybe that's how they help do that. So they don't turn inside out real easily when you just try to set them in your nose, which is great because the last thing you want to do is have to like mess with them to pop them back up, especially once they've already been up your nose a little bit. And then the sides as well. These have historically had some reinforcement with some thicker plastic, something a little harder, and it almost kind of jabbed me in my cheeks. I don't really have high cheekbones, but it would still like poke at me. And this is pretty soft. It's pretty like squishy. So they made it so that this thing just rocks on and off of here. And you can totally swap it out between the cradle style and this style. It's the exact same fasten, and they do not go on upside down. So if you are not great at assembly, it's a little mechanically challenged, it's not an issue to snap that guy on and off. You will not get it on there wrong. So let's put some air on. Let's give it a try. You just set the little nose pieces. Bink. This is a small. The size is on the side there. That's what I typically wear. My machine starts when I breathe in, so there it's going now. Seems super quiet. Got to get really close, about that close to hear hissing from the exhaust, which is right across the front here. You can see little tiny holes drilled. This is floating, so not too bad. So even though this is self-adjusting, you can kind of control it. So if you want it tighter, you just kind of push it, and you can see it stays. But if you want it to be looser, so you can also just kind of set it right where you want, and it'll stay right there. So then if you lay down and it's too loose, you can just nudge it, and it just stays right there. So it's pretty easily fine-tuned to right where you want it. This like hugs your head in a circle up here. I like to separate them pretty well, make like a halo out of my Solo. This is soft. It's covered in fabric, but you can feel like the little equipment inside there. So we'll have to see. I didn't have strap marks last time when I wore the other one. I think that's because it sits so high. It doesn't really sit like on my cheekbone where it would like dig in. So we'll give it a try and we'll see how it looks in the morning.